Hello everybody and welcome to the Genshin live stream. Has been a wonderful Sunday. Hello Frisky Disc. I hope you're having a great day. I'll be becoming better as you continue to watch my live stream. Okay, today, finally, I will be free. I will be unleashed. The Chichi has been obtained. C6 Chichi, now I can pull. Because I was holding off on Linnea pulls until I could C6 my Chichi, so that in case I lose to her, I get more Star Glitter. And we got the team-wide revive now. The OP co-op constellation. Although, instead of playing C6 Chichi to revive your teammates after they die, you could play like a real healer and then just have your teammates not die in the first place. Pick efficiency. And yeah, I've also been saving my standard pulls. Ever since I realized that getting C6 Chichi is something I want to avoid until I can pick her in the selector, I've been saving my standard pulls. I would just use them all now, but we might be getting a new standard 5-star very soon. Normally I wouldn't wait with my pulls until a new standard 5-star releases, because the chance that I get them is very low anyways. But like, might as well, if it's like a patch or two. And I actually have quite a few of them. Yeah, Lochen looks pretty amazing. But remember, if anybody else wants to try this as well, the standard 5 stars only enter the standard banner a patch after they come out. So if Lochen is standard, he will have his own banner, probably second half next patch. And then after the patch is over, he will be on 5-star. He will be on standard. So you'll have to hold them not until next patch, but until 2 patches from now. So don't pull Lochen. I will still pull him. But yeah, you could wait until we get him from the selector. If he truly is standard, right? You could wait until the anniversary standard selector, where Hoyo has said that any new standard characters will also be like available. So this is pretty much guaranteed. If Lochen is 5-star, you will be able to get him for free around September. But yeah, I'm just gonna pull him anyways, and then I just will pick his constellations from the selector. He looks pretty nice, especially because his primary role seems to be a Durin driver. I'm a big Durin fan. Got the C2. So a team where Durin is my main DPS seems pretty appealing. Okay, let's do some dailies first. See, forgetting about Monolith, you are still playing on the game Catching. Ooh, you are trying to speedrun the Master Stella Fortuna? Mana is pretty good, but when you have C4, yeah. Just one mana doesn't mean much. So going for a C6 standard might be good. But if Lochen is good, he could be a good character to pick. The story comes spilling. What a yapfest of a daily quest. Check out 2 stores. I think I remember this. Been a while though. Fontaine is already quite old, funnily enough. This guy believes experiences and the desire to borrow the form. So yeah, once the gamba is over, we have 3 people believing. We need some people on doubt. Otherwise, I will not be able to like pay out the gamba if there are no doubters. But yeah, we'll pull once that is done. Inazuma for dailies, just have to get 2 or 3 more Gourmet Supremos quests. When you have any dailies that have some achievements related to them, when you have those achievements uncompleted, you are way more likely to actually get those specific dailies. I already have every achievement from dailies, so I just have it on random. And I still like doing the dailies when I'm streaming, because it's like a nice little bit of extra content. I have almost all achievements. Oops. The only achievements are missing are like the newest ones from this patch that we'll do shortly, and then completing ley lines and a TCG achievement, one TCG achievement to get coins. The TCG one wouldn't take much because I'm like almost done with it. I did play TCG a bit when it came out, just not much since then. Oh, this crab almost extinguished himself already. And the ley line one, I will get it done eventually as well, because I only clear ley lines when we have the double ley line events. Other than that, I just grind artifacts. You haven't done monastery quest yet? Then go and do it. What's stopping you from doing the monastery quest? Oh, because you still have uncompleted Archon quests. Okay, that makes sense. Although, I think if I were a new Genshin player, it is kind of hard to say, because sometimes there are like rewards for completing the most recent Archon quest chapters and most recent story quests, so it's kind of like tempting to just rush to like catch up with the story. But I think ideally, and what I was doing in Honkai 3rd when I was playing it, I would just do things chronologically as they were coming out. So, you know, I would do the Mondstadt Archon quest and all the Mondstadt story quests. And the like. Because the quick starting just absolutely demolishes the experience. Like, makes the game... makes the story pretty abysmal. Okay, so have I done everything? I understand why quick start exists, but yeah, I feel like it's something. If you are a connoisseur of a good story, you should never quick start anything in live service games. I finally bought the BP as well. Here we just pick. I could pick the Etherwing moths, but I have like almost enough, right? We need like 168. I will pick them once, and then for the other one, I'll pick Rukashava mushrooms. They're incredibly annoying to grab. Oh no, and books. Oh boy. Whose books do I even want? What books does Nicholas? But I have so many books of all types. Pretty hard to choose. Because I just have too many books. Yeah, like freedoms I can craft 32 of them. 27 resistance, 10 ballads. Ballads I guess I don't have that many, but still that's quite a few. 43 prosperity, only 16 diligence, but I don't think I need them for anybody. I'm totally out of gold. 17 transience, 29 elegance, 8 light, a billion admonitions. Yeah, all the Sumeru books I have like 30 plus. Lots of equity, not much Justice. We are kind of out of justice. And same for order. Natlan books. I have a lot of kindling. Conflict and contention though. I'm kind of dry on. And here moonlight I could maybe use a few more of. We can have 34 Elysium books. And 53 vagrancy books. Well, I don't have to pick them now. I can think about it and pick them later. We have a friend request from somebody. C6 Yula. Although, somebody with a lot of C6s could have been a good friend to have on my friends list. For like... theater. Travel Nose, Homecoming. Honestly, kinda ugly. We'll get a Notcry event later, right? Because this is like Notcry scenery. I've done some top-ups and gotten some like extra Primogem. So yeah, this is from the web event. That is ending tomorrow. And these are from these are top-up bonuses from the official top-up website. C6 declines, that was called. Kind of a joke. I just don't accept random friend requests. If somebody from the chat wants to add me, that's perfectly fine. My UID is right here. But just let me know. But I'm not gonna accept like random invites. A few days ago, a bird that had injured its wing landed on the inn's eaves. Given that this place has always been so peaceful, it likely chose to take shelter here in pursuit of the very same tranquility. Though I could not approach too closely due to my karmic afflictions, I saw that its injuries were not severe, and so I offered it some food. I imagined it will recover in a few days. Were Mountain Shaper and Cloud Retainer here, they would surely call this a rare encounter born of our affinity. And since it concerns affinity, it must have a name so fond memories may take encore. You have traveled through many lands and seen much of the world. When you have the time, come and give the bird a name. Once its wing has healed, we shall return it to the wild. The bonds between all things in heaven and earth are forged through names and sustained through remembrance. Through this tiny creature, you and I will gain yet another connection. Oh my god, so romantic. The Charmony Dove. Bonk. Okay, let's actually go first, grab some artifacts from my daily route. Gotta do it early in case I want to do it tomorrow again. The artifacts take exactly 24 hours, exactly 24 hours to respawn. So if I do it towards the end of the stream, I won't be able to do it tomorrow on stream. Oop. Come on, Vanessa. So let's grab the artifact, spend some resin, and then we either might try a dire boss, or just continue the world quest in the new area. Hello, Ronan. Come on, we need somebody in chat to doubt. Anybody who hasn't voted yet in the Gamba? Just put 1 point in doubt. And you get easy 36k. 50% of the time. And 50% of the time you lose 1 point. Can't beat those odds. I love the resort so much, and I love that they actually put good artifact spots in the area, because that gives us a reason to come back here. It always sucks when there's like some absolutely beautiful area, amazing music, great quest, but then there's like nothing there. Like, what reason do you have to ever return to the Sea of Bygone Eras, for example? There might be one boss there. But, yeah, boss that like one or two characters use. Not much of a reason. So something like good crystal spots, or enemy spawns, or artifact spots. But your daily quest is the Gourmet Supremos, very nice. But yeah, it was a change back towards the end of Sumeru, I think. So quests used to work differently, in that there was a... You could imagine that you have like a bag of quests, and then some quests can be in that bag multiple times, some only once. And then whenever you would get a daily quest, you would grab one quest from the bag and then set it aside. And you would keep pulling from the bag until it's empty, and then you would refill the bag again with all the quests. So essentially, everybody was guaranteed within like some time period to get all the same quests. If you like... Yeah, to get all the same quests. If you skipped a daily quest, if you just hadn't done your daily quest because either you just didn't do them at all, or if you went to somebody else's world in co-op to do quests there, because that's an option, then that quest would not be counted as complete and you could get it again. Some people use it to like reset a quest that can have multiple outcomes and you want like one specific one. That was before encounter points, so you couldn't just use encounter points to do the quests. But there was a quest in Sumeru with the calculating machine guy. There was a guy that made a machine that calculates something, and then there was a girl he wanted to get. Yeah, there was a quest with him, and like you needed to get that quest like 10 times or something to actually progress the story for no good reason. It was like the same quest, you had to get the same quest over and over again with seemingly no progress until suddenly pop, you would get like some follow-up and then an achievement. So that quest would take like years to complete, because the quest was in the bag only once, and you need to go through every other Sumeru quest to actually get it again. And then people complained a lot about this. Also, there was like some change. I remember that like at the very start, it seemed doable, but then they changed something about the quests. And then it became even worse to try to complete it. So then finally, first there was like a small change, where they just added that singular quest like 10 times to the bag, so it would be that one quest would be easier to get. I think that might have happened. And then finally they made a change where if there is any quest that you can get an achievement from, you will keep getting that quest pretty much over and over again. There is still a small chance to get something else, a quest that you already got the achievement from, or a quest that does not have achievements, but you are overwhelmingly likely to keep getting quests that can give you an achievement. To the point where some people would even complain, why do I keep getting this quest every time? But turns out there's like a hidden interaction you need to do to get an achievement. Like if you just do what the quest tells you to do, go talk to an NPC or whatever, the quest completes no achievement. But if you like talk to somebody else, you can get an achievement. And people wouldn't know that, and they would keep getting that quest like 3-4 times per week. So it's a good change for completionists, but it can be annoying if you're just playing the game casually and you want to experience different dailies, but you keep getting the same one. You will finally look it up and get the achievement, and then you are free. But yeah, back then getting all achievements in Genshin seemed like a really big undertaking, and people would like optimize, not complete their dailies sometimes, because some other quests could have, like I said, could have multiple outcomes and you need to randomly get one. So if you see that you get the wrong outcome, you don't complete the quest, you do the dailies in somebody else's world, or you just skip dailies altogether. And back then actually getting a lot of these quest achievements was a huge accomplishment. Nowadays, yeah, everybody can get the daily quest achievements if they just play for a while. Which is better, it is better. But Getting a difficult achievement like that is satisfying. There are somewhere around 1700 achievements, because I'm only missing a few. I can actually... there is a website that I use, StarDB is the website I use to track my achievements. And yeah, I'm missing 34. There are 11 achievements, but some are impossible to get. Like the Lunar Arcana ones, we haven't had enough cycles of theater to get all the Lunar Arcanas. You cannot upgrade the Statue of Notcray to a max level, and I guess that's it. And yeah, most of the ones that I don't have yet, just from doing new quests, or exploration of the new areas. And then these two achievements, Bounty of the Earth and Legendary High Roller, those are the two old achievements from 1.0 and 3.3 that I don't have yet. Send me a friend request, okay. I can accept that. Okay, wait, where am I? Grab the carrots. One, two. It can be hard to remember which spots I'm supposed to take here and which I'm not, but I remember that they're like in sets of two. Kinda. The first set of two is kinda scuffed. Because it's one up there and another down here. But then these two, and then two down there, and then two up here as I just walk down. Wait, and there is 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, am I missing one? Is there one that I'm not picking up, or did I just forget that I picked it up? Strange. Oh, we do have a gamba going on, finally. We do have some doubters. While of course I want to win my 50-50 when pulling, I would feel like... I would feel like all my waiting for the Linnea pulls was justified if I got a Chichi here. Getting a Chichi wouldn't be a great outcome, although not a terrible one either, it would just be a Masterless Stella Fortuna. But it would feel satisfying that my waiting, my efforts actually bore some fruit and I got the 4 pulls that I would have missed out on had I pulled too early. So this is the one time where I wouldn't hate to see a Chichi. And even though Jin, Kenshin or Mona would be the same outcome because I have all of them C6, I wouldn't be as happy to see those characters. Getting a standard you already have C6 is better than just getting a con. It depends. I'd probably rather see Mizuki. You do get 5 pulls of a refund instead of 1. So that's nice, 4 extra pulls. And you do get the Masterless Stella Fortuna. Although I still haven't used any. I have quite a few. I have 7 of them and I still haven't used a single one. I'm too undecisive. Okay, we should be able to pull just as I finish my artifact route, which is very lovely. I don't even know what you are trying to type, Ronan. Is it a cry for help? As he's being kidnapped? Rest in peace. Somebody will miss you, but not me. I'm a person who pulls in a location. Sometimes I go to my teapot to pull, because I did build myself a pretty nice shrine. And I like going to sit there. whenever I pull. So we could do that as well today. But I don't actually believe it affects anything. I'm a fairly rational person. I don't believe in superstitions. Tends to work for me. But yeah, there is no difference. If you went to some specific place and got lucky pulling for a character, that's just because you got lucky. And the place didn't have anything to do with it. Got double Sparksy, pulling at the spot where you should have been the story. I have a shrine build in my teapot that I actually based on the shrine from Persona 4. The one with the fox bond. And that's why it's a fox shrine. And also, like, it just so happens that we have a fox shrine maiden in Genshin, which is Yae, so that like fits perfectly. So I just have Yae over there, a few foxes. And I try to model it like roughly around the shrine from the game. Not meant to be exact, but more like an inspiration. I do feel like it worked quite well. And yeah, I will go there to pull. I might have even forgotten if you hadn't mentioned pulling places. But yeah, now that I remember, I will probably go there. But yeah, there is no noticeable difference in luck or unluck, whether I'm there or not. Because why would there be? Okay. And pretty much exactly in time for the Gamba. We have grabbed all the artifact spots. Perfect timing. So, yeah, Serenity Pot. Oh, also there are plants awaiting harvest. Let's do that first as well. I will not keep my plants waiting. I can hear my fans pick up in speed in my PC as I load into my teapot. Least optimized area. Because it really cannot be too optimized when we are supposed to be able to build whatever we want. Oh, I'm kinda out of silk flowers. I have to go grab some after I'm done here. And Luminous bells are also almost out, only 4 left. Actually, there isn't even, like, nowadays there isn't even a reason to go to Tabby. Because you can just go here and click Tabby and like create furnishing. Although wait, I think I can't pick up the coins. All fangs and snarls, what is this? I mean, that's from the BP. Obtain portion. Anything else that's new? Yes. New railings. Oh, those are actually fairly nice. But yeah, there is no option to grab your currency and friendship. So I guess you kinda have to go to Tabby anyways. It just makes it so that you don't have to go back to Tabby when you are in the middle of building. But if you are doing your daily claims of friendship and coins, you kinda have to go here anyways. Okay, we have used the transients. Always double check towards the end of the patch. And now it is time. Switch tonight. Because that's when my shrine looks best. I have recently... Stop yapping. I have recently upgraded my shrine, added a bunch of these blue trees. Because a few patches ago, and by a few patches ago I probably mean like a year or two ago, or maybe 2 or 3, they increased the load limits by a ton. And this is like a very old build. This was built like within a year of the teapot coming out. So I got to put a bunch more plants and foxes and everything later on. When I first built this, we couldn't even put a character in the teapot. There was just a regular fox in the place where Yaya is. But they did say that we would be able to put characters in the teapot eventually, so I knew it would come. And here I have the wish fish from the fishing event in 2.1. So I guess we make a wish to get an early Linnea. And yeah, here at the main shrine, side shrine here. And there is a little bench that we sit on so that our character... Oops, going to sit in the middle. A little bench we sit on so that our character doesn't yap when we pull. Because whenever you... in the teapot you are counted as being in co-op mode. And in co-op mode you cannot pause the game. And even if you open a menu, like the wishing menu, your characters will still continue doing idle animations, yapping and stuff. But if you sit down, they can do that. So I make sure to put some benches or chairs or whatever in every single one of my builds, so that in case I want to AFK there, I can just sit down and my character will not yap. You can also use characters that aren't very talkative, like Arlecchino for example, who just sits on her chair, but she will say something eventually. Anyways, she talks less, but she still talks. Because when you idle, characters alternate between playing their idols and playing the voice lines. Like about Arlecchino 1, about Arlecchino 2, about Arlecchino 3 or something. So every character will say something eventually, even if their idols are silent. Okay. We've got 1 doubter with 10,000 points and 4 believers, 36,374 points. What's my pity? Do I have anything? Oh, we have something. Quite a lot. Oh, I was trying to get a Skerk constellation. Wait, so this will be actually very fast. We're already on 50 PT. Let me note this down. You tried fighting the Hera with Hyper Bloom? Some kind of Llama Hyper Bloom team maybe could clear it? Hera is not the toughest boss. Okay, this should be 60 PD. Four-star weapons are never good to see. You know, that's fine. I think I'm on C3. I mean, with this Iluga, I think this will be C4. I don't really care for Ilugacons much, because I want to play Chiori instead. Maybe if like my C2 Chiori absolutely sucks in the team, I would switch to Iluga, but I think she should be fine. There shouldn't be a big gap, because Iluga doesn't do that much. Okay, this will be 70 PT. Okay, we're not getting anything early. Okay, that's a refund. Also, Chevreuse is not on banner, right? So that means it was an off-banner 4-star, so I'm guaranteed a 4-star character. Next. As my next 4-star pool, which is nice. Yeah, she's not here. So that's always nice to see. Hello, little gamer. Miss the Gamba. Shouldn't have been late. Okay, 80 PT. Here we go. 71. 72. 73. 74. 75. 76.
私はリンネア。冒険者協会の顧問をしています。この子はルミ。私の仲間です。野外冒険について知りたいことがあったら何でも聞いてくださいね。そうそう。冒険中に何か不思議な生き物に出会ったら忘れずに教えてください。
Here we go. Can we get another one? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, nothing. I did want to say that if I win the 50-50, we could already try for the weapon. But I kinda would like to try the team out first in Stygian and then pull for the weapon if the boss is too tough. But I think the boss will be too tough actually from what I have seen. Wait, because what's the cheapest dire clear? The cheapest dire clear on the Gecko is C0R0 Zibai, C6R0 Iluga, C0R0 Columbina, C0R0 Linnea. And like, I have that. I even have R1 on Zibai. But this probably would require perfect play. So yeah, getting the Sig might help. But not sure. Because losing to Chaska's Sig would be quite a bit of a shame. I like Chaska. I do play her in my daily team every day. I wouldn't mind making her stronger, but getting her weapon is not what I want to do if I wanted to play more Chaska. Because I play first grade magic and it gives me movement speed. So this is like the weapon to go for exploration, for when I go collect artifacts and stuff like that. And it's not a bad weapon for combat as well. Because charge attack damage and attack percent, yeah. Now I could just swap between the weapons. I could have her Sig for combat and this for exploration, but that's annoying. I would rather pull refinements of first grade magic. Or like C2. Getting her R1. Not ideal, wouldn't be ideal. But yeah, I feel like I won't be able to beat the boss without it. We'll see, we'll see. First off, here we have a Iluga Con. So yeah, that's C4, I remembered well. 200 death. Yeah, my team might also be worse because of the Chiori, but Chiori should help break the shield faster. So that's nice, at the very least. Extra Geo up. But less damage from Zibai. Linnea's Naturalist Archive. A naturalist archive crafted by Linnea herself. It records her observations and discoveries. Complete the Archon quest and use her approaches and the Rich Friendship 135 to launch Linnea's Naturalist Archive completion project. Do note that you must complete all special lectures in the previous category before proceeding to the next category. Oh boy. Each category's completion plan includes 4 regular investigation tasks and 1 special lecture. Completing all investigation tasks within that category will unlock the special lecture. Upon completing the special lectures, you will receive cosmetic rewards. In the badge combination interface, you can change your cosmetic backpack badge and choose whether the backpack is exclusive or shared. Huh? What do you mean shared? Shared between whom? So yeah, for now, I would just slap the harp on her. And artifacts. Oh, I did get some nice pieces. Like yesterday when I just spent some resin to not overcap. Also, we do have some alright pieces here and there. Probably like this would be the one to go for. But yeah, I got this, which is crit rate, defense, flat def, EM. Now it's only 1 crit, but we can just roll all crit and defense percent. It probably will be better than this one that rolled twice EM. You had a 5-star bow. Yeah, harp is one of the better standards. Actually, let's go slowly, because if I roll even one flat def or EM, I'm gonna give up on this piece. It needs to roll all crit rate defense to be playable. Should I give Chatka's bow to Linnea? Wait, what is the stat line on that? It's probably 66 crit damage, right? If it is, then it's like a tiny little bit better than Slingshot. That's 66 damage. So this is 66 crit value. Slingshot is 62 crit value. Because the only thing that these weapons give you is crit. Nothing else matters. There is no passive essentially on both of them. So yeah, 66 crit damage versus 31.2 crit rate, which is 62.4 crit value. So if this just collects dust on your account, then sure, slap this on Linnea. But if anybody could use this, then just give Slingshot to Linnea, because it's like half a crit sub worth of difference. It's gonna be like 1% damage diff between the two. Hello, Lil Monix. And if you mean the 4-star Chaska bow, then no, just play Slingshot. Faruzan should just play Fav. Ideally. Did you pull Linnea? She's like right here in the middle of the screen. Yeah, we did win. We did win. Oh, I got this piece. Double high roll crit and an attack HP. If we just roll into like only the top 3 stats, could be a very nice piece. For Enough. Although Enough already has a good piece, huh? If we roll only crit and no attack or HP at all, Linnea could play this actually. Let's throw something fat here. Like this plus 14 goblet. HP is unfortunate. And we rolled fairly low. 3.1, 3.1 into crit rate and then an HP roll. 5.3. Well, rounds down to 5.2 here. Huh. Do I have... I guess we'll be playing this on Linnea. But yeah, or maybe this instead? This is 40 crit value, 5 defense. This is less crit value but more defense. Crit's probably better. Wait, so I stay on this then. Kazanina, thank you. But I wanted to see any HP pieces. This one has 4 crit rolls, 1 HP roll. Yeah, I don't have any banger HP pieces, so let's continue. If I roll attack now, I will throw it. Because if it's both HP and attack, then like nobody wants both stats. But if it's only one of HP or attack, then it's good. Oh no, I need plus 16. Okay, like at this point it's fine to roll more HP, because it wasn't gonna be used. It's not gonna be used by anybody who doesn't want HP anyways, after it rolled into it once. Double bonus. Okay, crit damage. Only 5.4. Pretty low rolls, but it is 5 rolls into crit and HP. So that's not a bad feather at all. For the Suns, the situation is pretty dire. Yeah. The goblet could be worse. I also got a new defense goblet with 1 crit rate sub. Nah, this never. I'm not even gonna bother. And when it comes to the hats, the game is recommended. The recommended order wants me to play hats that I marked for deletion. So yeah, this one is 2 HP rolls, but still might be the play. I will see if I overcap on crit rate or not. I don't have any crit damage hats on this set? Only these terrible ones. Huh. Yeah, I guess I don't have a single crit damage hat. We could craft one. And the suns would have to be off piece. Ooh, these are pretty lovely, but I'm not gonna steal them from other characters, am I? Linnea can even use the EM from these 5 crit roll suns. 48.2 crit value. But this is pretty good as well. We'll take this for now. The golden troop piece. Yeah. So how is our crit situation? 89. Yeah, that's fine. Even if I get C6 Ilga, it will be like perfect 100. Oh no, but she ascends with crit rate. I'm actually gonna overcap after I ascend. But not... I'm not gonna overcap by my... No, wait, how much crit rate do you get from ascension? Isn't like 9? Am I gonna overcap after ascending? Let's see. I would have all the mats if I haven't miscounted. Oops, I skipped her line, no! Oh, I'm so rude. I didn't want to. Now she will have another line. Oh, I might need to craft more of the chunks.
力の流れを感じます。海流の法則を掴んだら舵が取りやすくなる。そんなイメージです。
No, the animations are so cute. But yeah, we need to craft more chunks and more Fatui mats. Okay, but we do have all of this, just let's gotta go and craft. So I can go here. You can put crafting benches in your teapot, easy access. And the crafting menu is one of the few times your character actually does get paused. The game does get paused even in co-op when you open the crafting menu. So we need these ones. Let's craft like 20. And I will need 6 of these, so let's craft 5. At least we have 9, this should be enough, I hope. And the Fatui Oprichniki mats. This. We'll probably need even more for the talents though. Kinda talent singular. It's only the skill that really matters. And yeah, we'll do overcap, we'll get more crit rate. I did forget about that. And yeah, exactly enough. Almost everywhere.
感じる。知識が直感に変わっていくのを。ただそこに咲く一輪のひなぎくを信じるように。私はこの世界を信じています。
We'll probably go all the way to 90. Yeah, I'm gonna be using her in Dire. So that's all the way to 90 immediately. And it actually is beneficial for more lunar crystallized damage. Although I guess... I guess she might not even be in the top 2 like highest lunar crystallized damage characters in my team though. Because there's gonna be Columbina, Linnea, and Jibai. So yeah, this 22 crit rate is what causes us to overcap. So if only we pulled the Sig, there would be no issue. But yeah, so here we get almost no crit rate. Here we get only a single roll. We could switch to a 0 crit rate piece. We only lose 1 crit roll worth of stats. And we actually have more rolls into crit and defense, so this is probably the play. For now. The Goblet has a lot of crit rate. Well, not much I can do there. We could also just play a crit damage hat. Yeah, now we are only overcap by 2.6. That's not that terrible. That's 1 stat of overcap. If we got 0 here, but that's fine. We should be able to get enough energy for the burst. Anyways. Okay, then talents. I do like upgrading everything to level 2 at least. But in case I want to level them up ever, I will not need the 1-star mats. Because that's the worst feeling ever if you have a bunch of the blue books, or even the purple books, but you don't have the 1-star ones and you have to like go spend 20 resin. Oh, and there are more. I might actually run out of them, of the Frost-Etched Warrants. Maybe we should have farmed more of these guys. Yeah, I might just need to craft everything. But we might have the issue that I don't have the lower tier ones. But the enemies are easy to farm, so it's not that big of an issue. Let's see if I even have enough to like crown her skill. Oh, I need to craft more books, but yeah, I can craft 26. So I need to craft 3 and then 16, so 19. The bird ones. I can take all, because yeah, I already have everything upgraded for the cheapest books. 2 bonus, okay. And here I will leave some of the lower tier ones in case I want to level up my burst a bit. 1 bonus, slightly under average. But that's okay. We barely have enough Frost-Etched Warrants, and we do have the Elixirs of the Heretic. Unlike the Columbina mats that I do not have. Do we insta-crown? I feel like I should. Oh, so much more down the drain. But after level 19 a character and crowning their talent, I'm only a bit under 20 million, that's okay. I was at like 22 million. Though that's the shame here. Make wishes. And I guess all the books I needed I already got from the vagrancy guides. So I picked some random Liwe books. What are my Zibai's talent levels actually? This will be the first time I actually play Zibai in difficult content. Yeah, we could use gold books. Because her talents are kinda cooked. Yeah, gold books for sure. Hello, Sid? Gold next. Gold next. Oh, and weapon. We have R5. We have R3, R5, R5, R5. One more patch and we'll get new 4-stars in the BP. Did you get an evil laugh? Oh, my parents, yeah. We have pulled Linnea and we have won the 50-50. And more gold books. Let me refine my talking sticks. Because I have 4 R1 talking sticks in my inventory. Can I like filter? I don't think there is a filtering option in here. I should clean up my weapon inventory one day. Nice. And it's leveled up, so it's a bit higher in the list. Have I tried clearing there yet? Not yet, but I might try. Now. We have this, but yeah, that I will do probably a bit later on. I will prioritize the world quests and the like first. For the exclamation mark. Can I get rid of it without doing anything here? Okay. That's fine now. Got Sion from Standard? That's pretty good. Genicons are some of the... I mean, her cons are incredible, but she is good. And the cons make her a bit better. So there is that. Actually, one more thing. Let me claim some ore. And craft more here. Well, it actually costs Mora. So it might not be worth it. Like, I don't need to forge items to fill in the BP within a patch. So maybe I shouldn't forge if I don't need to. Because it costs Mora to forge. How much Mora does it cost? It's like nothing, right? Oh no, wait, actually requires 0? Is it because I can't craft any? I think it's because I can't craft, because I'm pretty sure some Mora did get subtracted when I was crafting. It might eat like 100 Mora or whatever. Okay, first let's spend some resin. Maybe we'll actually get better artifacts for Linnea. But it does cost money. If we added up all the craftings I have ever done since 1.0, could be tens of thousands even of Mora. Probably not more than that though. Ooh, 6-second clear. I already got a 6-second clear before. When I was farming the boss yesterday. Normally I always like, when on stream I try to get the lowest times. Yesterday I was just like watching a stream doing this and suddenly bam, 6 seconds. And I'm like, what happened here? And I got 6 seconds again. So I'm not sure what happened again. Why did I get a faster clear now than before? No idea. Garbage. Garbage. It's crit damage defense, but it's a 3-liner. I have a better episode already. High roll EM. Non-attack ER? No. No crit at all. For a 3-liner with ER, always save those. You never know when you will need an attack goblet on instructors. Probably never, but who knows? Or maybe not. It was 7 seconds. I do burst faster on flints when I get more particles from sucrose, but spending more time on sucrose just slows me down. Even more so. We need like a good crit damage hat. I might craft one. I might craft a crit damage crit rate defense hat. Thank you very much, X-Brain, for the follow. So I did get a 1 second faster clear when I went to Queen to Inapa first. Ah, it's slower now though. It's so slow this time. Yeah, I know, sometimes the boss just dies 2 seconds faster and I'm not sure why. HP. Attack double crit, okay. The flat stats aren't very inspiring, but attack double crit is what matters the most. Those are the only stat Varka cares about. And no instructor pieces. Yeah, I think going Culmina first is more consistent. Defense Goblet wrong said though. The subs aren't amazing anyways. 3-liner with ER. We take those. Crit doesn't really matter much on Instructor's pieces. Crit rate is decent for Favonius, but like... not gonna freeze this. Still 7. Okay, last condensed. Cryo damage ain't it. Do you need... yeah, the equipping character needs to have completed Witch's homework. I was thinking, would this be playable on Kinich, but yeah, it's not. Also, Scroll is or Codex is better anyways. Probably. Even if I could play both. So no reason to think. But I'm like, is a Dendro Goblet ever worth keeping here? But no. Maybe we can get a Dendro Monsat character one day, but... by then we'll probably have even a better set for him. You already said this last time, Ronan. We are recycling your stories now. Okay, let's not spend our regular resin. Yesterday, or like 2 days ago, not sure exactly when that was. EM, ER, 3-liner. Ooh, that's pretty sick. If I actually played Iluga... this would be a big piece. Possibly, if I had enough ER. Crit rate with ER as well, for the Favonius procs? Yo, those are some sick Instructor's pieces. Those two. Support your kind's website. I don't mind Akasha as much as in the past, because I was kind of an Akasha hater. But nowadays, the difference between then and now is that now the game actually has meaningfully difficult content where you can actually prove whether your characters like can kill a boss or not. Before, people were taking like Akasha damage calcs as a measure of how good your character is, when it's just like an approximation. Character being higher on Akasha doesn't mean that their build is better actually. But yeah, in the past, Akasha is all we had, because even a top 50% character would clear Abyss. Now that we have Stygian, Fearless and Dire, you can actually showcase your character's real strength. And people don't care about Akasha rankings as much anymore. People still do care. And there is some point in caring. Another 3-liner with ER. But it's now no longer like the main thing. The main way to rate your character. Now we also have the DPS dummy as well. But that's like for an entire team. Okay, last claim for now. EMER. Pyro damage bonus. Attack crit rate. That could be decent. Would I want to play damage bonus on main DPS Durin? Maybe? I will need to optimize that. Gets complicated when C1 gets added to the equation, because C1 gives me quills based on Durin's attack. But I guess if I use the DPS mode on Durin, he consumes his own quills, so it's essentially another attack multiplier. Resistance with Auron and Warg. Yeah, Auron is the popular goat. You can clear with all kinds of characters. If you just add Auron to the team. Okay, so maybe it is time to start clearing Dire. we get another feather as well. So much Mora. Yeah, the bigger thing from clearing Fearless, screw the dust. 100,000 Mora. We'll start with the easiest boss, most likely. We'll start with the Hera. But I will be playing Fleens with Aino. So we'll see how that will work. Should be fine though, I imagine. In the past I cleared this boss with Mavuika, but that actually required good play. This shouldn't require good play, if we have the damage. But yeah, doing lunar damage just disables all the boss mechanics. Just beat him up and he dies. Kind of deal. 32 ER. And yeah, I did pull Sig as well. Aino has the Fav. And yeah, Sucrose on one given star. 772 EM. Maybe Sucrose could use... Actually, in this... Here I don't really need the Sucrose burst that much. Yeah, of course I know C6. Oh, I need to set the other teams as well. Say our top team would be the intended... almost the intended comp. Actually, what should my character order be here? If I'm playing Chiori instead of Iluga, do I want to go Chiori instantly to Jibai? Or do I want to go like this, Chiori to Linnea? Because probably Columbina first, because her cooldowns are super long. 17 second skill cooldown is probably the longest in the team. Because wait, what are Linnea cooldowns? I know that when I play my Fleens, Columbina actually extends my rotations. So with Aino I can do 1 second shorter rotations, actually 16 seconds. With Columbina I need to wait a second longer. The E cooldown on Linnea is actually 18 seconds. So she extends the rotations even more. So I want to go to Linnea first probably, and then Columbina. But in the first rotation, we want to go Columbina first. Maybe we just go straight to Zibai. Whatever, we'll change this later when I actually start playing the team. And then here, time to undust my boy Kinich. I will need to remember how to play him again. A big upgrade since last time we cleared Dire with him is my boy Durin. And now for the last slot... The issue with Yansan is that we won't be able to reliably proc her set after the first rotation. You only really get Scroll in the first rotation. But you know what? Maybe it's still good, because even if I cannot proc Scroll for Kinich, I can proc Scroll for Durin, and Durin can get the damage bonus. So this way it could be better than Bennett. But Bennett is Pyro-Res. Pyro-Res is pretty good. Also a better healer. They are both not great healers versus the Papilla, but Bennett should be a bit better. But, with Yansan... Wait, I have Engulfing Lightning on Yansan? What? With Yansan, I could play Escoffiesig, and then Yansan should be better than Bennett, but I would need a lot of ER. Yeah, let's just get Fablans. Did I need an Engulfing for like some energy requirement stuff? But Fav would be better anyways. Also, it's so tiny, this Engulfing Lightning. Looks so funny. Because I know, like, a Fav looks okay. Or even the fork looks fine. It's pretty big for a fork anyways. But Engulfing Lightning looks comically tiny. Calamity Cooler looks pretty cute as well. Yeah. So let's try Fleens first, because it should be the most straightforward. Very few things I can mess up. So I decided I should just be able to go Aino instantly get my burst. Now, I could, instead of Fav, I could play the event weapon. Because I don't think the rest of my team will need the particles. But we should be fine here with this anyways. Let's see. Let's see if I can get my energy instantly with Aino. Hello, Xnay. If not, I will change to the event weapon. Because it's more energy for Aino herself, but less for the team. Right, the other option here would be... Flameforged Insight. 24 energy restore. But yeah, I did increase the... I have 300 ER with her, so I get enough particles even from just the Fav. Her burst is pretty cheap. 50 energy cost. So with 300 ER we should be able to just E and burst. Here we go. Yeah, here we just fighting normally. Ooh, energy?
掃除対象ガチャガチャえい見て見て吸引テストかい
I switched a bit too quickly.
交渉は終わりです絶縁症こうだバシャバシャスイ6308式ユニット
Okay, we look to be roughly on pace. Oh, I switched too early.
防衛モードガチャガチャ水遊びの時間6308
I want to get the burst before the shield phase. I need to stay a tiny bit longer.
殲滅モード掃除対象バシャバシャスイなんだ7号式モジュール
Ah, too early to switch again.
水遊びの時間安全距離
Okay, yeah, this was super easy. 100-second clear first try. With Aino. Yeah, so no need to worry here. We can freely use Columbina in the other team. After Dire Clear, we do use a Fragile. Dire Clears give you better luck. Maybe? Okay, yeah, this... Yeah, not quite. That's like the worst possible feather. Oops. Flat HP, flat death. Have you finished the world quest? Not yet. Okay, we could trade the Papilla as well. Or we could just leave it for later. Just do one boss per stream. We could do it like that as well. We still have a lot of other content. Nah, no need to rush. No need to rush. Yet another dust, 34. I might want to craft a hat for Linnea. Although, like I would craft a crit damage hat with crit rate defense, but then if I end up pulling Sig, I would actually want a crit rate hat again. Maybe not. Let's try it like that first, but yeah. First we'll enjoy ourselves. Do some questing, because yeah, all the events are done, right? Here we'll go exploring in just a bit. Still a week for the test runs. Until the end of the patch for these 60 primos. This is done. Yeah. You're gonna get your albedo, very nice. The next one for me... Oh, I can't open the list. The next one for me will be Diluc. Next one for me will be Diluc, and then we can start picking the characters I actually like. And not the standards, out of the need to over-optimize everything. But yeah, I did not get Diluc when pulling for Linnea, so we are chilling for now. I will need to lose to Diluc twice in a row.
Yeah.
See, I'm actually not sure what the next reruns are gonna be. Now, doesn't look like we're getting any Citlali in the upcoming days. We had the Citlali in 5.8, right? That was the last Citlali we had. Next patch we are getting Durian Mavuika reruns. Maybe a patch after that we could get a Citlali again. Last time Citlali was a patch after Mavuika, so they could do it again. Mavuika into Citlali. But yeah. Even banners for like the upcoming patch can sometimes be pretty sus. 2 patches from now, it's gonna be just pure guessing. Is it gonna be? No, Nicole is pretty great. It's just people want even more power creep. People want new characters to power creep old ones into unusability. And then they cry when bosses are difficult to fight with old characters. But yeah, Nicole is a strong but balanced character. She's kinda a new Bennett. Buffs the entire team. And also gives you a very nice shield. One of the best things about... So like, Nicole by herself isn't much better than Bennett if at all. But Nicole gets to play a set bonus that gives 40% damage bonus. So with that, she becomes like noticeably better. Like, she's better than Bennett by herself. She is better than Bennett, straight up. Not maybe better than Bennett. The only case where she might not be is when you have a team with only one damage dealer, and that's not Hexerai, because Hexerai's teams get slightly more buffs. She's not useless for non-Hexerai, but in non-Hexerai you kinda want to make use of her ability to buff the entire team instead of just one character. So she won't be better than Bennett for like Mavuika. But yeah, there is Nicole, and then there's also the set bonus, which gives 40% damage, which Bennett cannot play. Permanent content, by the way. 2 Geo Sigils. Can the enemy stop chasing me? I want to use my gadgets. Hello? Who is aggroing me? What is happening? Excuse me? Okay. Bro, what was that? No chest nearby though. Somebody was very angry at me. Was it even a Hirichar or was it like a Sisin? I don't know, because I couldn't see what was aggroing me from such a far distance. Okay, let's just go to the Temple of Space. Yeah. Here's my Varka team. And yeah, we opened this door, but I haven't gone inside yet. But I think I have explored the nearby areas. Have I been like here? I think I have, right? Yeah, we have been here. And the thing down there is just the alternate exit or entrance to this place. Yeah, over here. This is just the shortcut exit. I did see something shiny here, might have been an egg. Oops. Oh yeah, those are eggs. I kinda thought so. Barka, don't get stuck on a branch, please. Plus 2 eggs, let's go. Barka is so satisfying. So I think we can go inside, because I think I already explored the surrounding areas. Sweet flower! Let's see what's inside. Another sweet flower. Huge. I'm on the lookout for chests and the like, especially the Mora chests. No sign of entrance, seems like Dex has a way around it though. Oh, and only one way it actually works, because like this, no new space found. And only if you actually open it properly do you see the doorway. Have I hit an item cap? Yeah, not for any of the flowers, but I have multiple times in the past hit the item limit for magical crystals and regular crystals, but that was before they increased the limits, right? So when I have 16k and I'm chilling, in the past there used to be a 9,999 limit, and I would hit the magical crystal chunk limit like constantly, because I would get a ton of them every day as I was farming crystals. I often fill up my inventory with 1-star artifacts, but that happens to a lot of people, I guess. I think from like an item, it was just the crystal chunks, but they increased the cap since then. I don't actually have that many. Like any of the flowers. I have like 4,000 pine cones. I had more, but I used a bunch of them for the parametric transformer. I've got 5,000 silk flowers. I try to plant them every time in my teapot if I have the seeds. I used to have a lot of Zayton peaches, I think, but I was using them for the parametric transformer. I don't have nearly as much. Yeah. Why do I need so many silk flowers? In case I need to make a lot of silk. Because silk flowers can be used to make silk in the teapot. Which then can be used to make furniture. And you never know when you are gonna need like 10,000 silk. It's also one of the best plants to put in one of the planting pots thingies. Because you get 2 flowers per plant. Most things that you can plant in the teapot just give you 1 flower per seed. But silk flowers give you 2. Now there are a bunch of plants like yeah, Zayton peaches I think give you multiple. There are like hara fruits, there are giant chilies, stuff like that. They give you more plants, like 3, 4 even. But all of them go into like one type of the planting ground thingy. And then there is another type that mostly only has singular ones. And I think the only plants that actually can give you multiple plants per seed are silk flowers and luminous bells that you can plant over there. Everything else is just one plant. So I try to plant those whenever I can. I just like silk flowers a bit more than luminous bells. This place is so sick. Empty frames. Oh, a silly cord, even here. Within the Temple of Space, you can occasionally find restoration core apparitions that decks cannot manipulate. If you flip through nearby pages to enter different dimensions, you might find the original forms of said apparitions. Within the Temple of Space, you can occasionally find special spaces that have been turned into pages. A certain distance decks can turn these pages, folding them halfway or folding them all the way in half. To open gateways to other dimensions. What do you mean halfway or all the way in half? What is the difference between the two? Oh, and this is the incomplete apparition. And yeah, I'm supposed to flip through the pages. I don't know, I just wanted to check this place out first. The quest is like angry at me for entering this. This room. What a beautiful place. There are these phantom-like things here. Paimon thinks she knows what's going on. A page has two sides. It's basically the same principle. Is it? Hello, Sayonara.
机から離れるとホッとするな。どっかで昼寝でもするか。
Wow, what a journey this city
戦利品か。
has
冒
undergone.
険の褒美だと思って取っとけ。
Can we flip this page? No. You can only flip them one way. Whoa. Man, this place is so sick. I love the effects. Does Silver 99 only care about crit and speed? Yes. Only about those stats, attack does not matter. ERR doesn't work either because she has a special resource. So your best stats on the sphere and rope are defense and HP on the main stat. Because no stat does anything from your available stats, from the available main stats, so might as well become tankier. Because no stat affects her damage. Trackable quests nearby. Oh yeah, just the quest I'm actually doing right now. You can play... Nah, break is like the most useless. You can play anything. Like if you roll a physical damage bonus sphere that is like double crit speed, rolls all into speed or something, you can just play that. It essentially doesn't have a main stat, but you just become slightly squishier. The damage doesn't change. You don't lose damage by playing a physical damage bonus sphere or by playing a break effect rope. They don't do anything. You can actually use anything, yes. The only thing that HP and defense do is make her tankier. Which does matter if you play a garbage sustain like Woho with her. But yeah, you can either play a good sustain, or you can wait until... Like, eventually we'll get a good sustain for the Elation team. But yeah, if you want to play sustainless, or Woho, which is pretty much the same thing as sustainless, being tankier does help. But your other teammates will die before Silver Wolf anyways. So I guess it doesn't matter that much. So you can play any main set. Ideally, if you are like crafting a piece for her or something, go for defense or HP. Those should be optimal. I wonder if there are artifact spots here. It looks like a place that would have artifact spots.
好きなものがあれば持ってっていいぞ。
Those are some big books, by the way. You plan on using Huohuo? Good luck. Oh, I thought there is something to pick up here, but it was just like a marker. Go this way. Is there something underneath this page? The answer was no. But whenever there's an elevator like this, I'm always like, ooh, is there something under the elevator when it goes up? Sometimes there is. Even temporarily. You're going to buy Huohuo Eidolons? I can't recommend that. Doesn't look like it's here. Should we get Dex to flip the page? What a brilliant idea, Paimon. I would have never thought about that. It's so funky with the different ways the page folds. As someone who only regrets ignoring you after you have already ignored me. You will do it. Okay. Why is there only half of the thing? Is the other half hidden in there too? Half of the thing. Could I get a clay to like fit in here? I would assume there is an invisible wall going all the way down. I'm not gonna bother. Because I want to explore the place anyways. But yeah, like... Robin is probably the best character we've had in this shop so far. Robin and Ruan Mei are like pretty decent. And Robin E1 and E2 are actually pretty good. Although, they don't really work all that well with any modern team, which is the shame. The unfortunate thing, we finally got ourselves a complete core. We have to put it together ourselves. Not really, because I still can't go there. So like, if you use any teams that have Robin in them, or that could have Robin in them if you own Robin but you don't have her, picking up Robin or her E1 or E2 could be fine. But yeah, she kinda has anti-synergy with a lot of modern comps. The entirety of Amphorius pretty much was HP scaling, and even the characters that do scale with... wait.
Oh, like
this. So most of Amphorius was HP scaling, and even the characters that aren't just want to be played with like Kirene for best results nowadays. And then Elation characters by default also are not attack scaling. Looks like we need a power source. Doesn't look like there's a power source anywhere around here. Maybe might it be inside the book as well? Sparky does have an attack to Elation conversion passive, but Silver Wolf doesn't. So we need another halfway fold. So funky. I assume they will mostly be HP scalers, but like who? What do you mean they will all? Upcoming characters? Nah, HP scaling meta is over. I don't think we're gonna be getting many more HP scalers. Whoa! I didn't get got by the trap. Oh, elation characters. No, we already know it's not, because I mean there is Sparxy who consumes a lot of skill points. Silver Wolf doesn't consume a lot of skill points herself, but she wants her teammates to consume skill points. This is just a passive that says play her with Sparxy. And then Evanescia is like a regular DPS when it comes to skill point usage, I'm pretty sure. Like she uses some, but not an insane amount. Vocilov and Evanescia on the Yaoguang, yes. If you want to pull both of them, it's pretty awkward. Because they are both very Yaoguang reliant.
腐食神聖危ない
よっとあっはっちえっと
Do I see a flying mushroom? Oh, it's a trap! Celine, are you okay? That was a nasty fall. Jan had my back. I was a little scared, but I'm fine. I'm sorry, I keep dragging you down. No, you don't. Well, I know I'm dead weight, and no one so much as gave me a... No one so much as gave a hoot about little old me. What do you mean? Didn't Paimon grab onto you and Jan just now? You weren't pulling us upwards. You were using me as a buffer. Pfft. Uncle Huang Yi, Paimon can fly. She wouldn't even have fallen if she wasn't trying to help you and Jan. Oh yeah, alright. It's all my fault for being so heavy, I guess. Silent smile. Do we make a great team, Uncle Huang Yi? Don't wind yourself up too tight, Sightlind. Yeah, this is the mushroom that went flying as we were fighting. But yeah, I'm kinda unsure about what to do next patch. I really want to pull Silver Wolf, but the global passive is like such a deal breaker. And maybe I will have to play the next story quest and see like more of the new characters. But I'm not the biggest fan of Evanescia just yet. But I do want to pull one of, like, I do want to have Annihilation DPS. I could just stay with Sparxy. What's your global passive? CC immunity. You are CC immune if you pull Silver Wolf. It's like once per wave, but yeah, you pretty much never get CC'd if you have her. She turns off CC as a mechanic. There it is! Finally. Paimon feels so silly. It's like a mean merchant gave Paimon half a bed for free, just Rodriguez into spending way more Mora for the other half. Mora as in Morax, I see. A destiny decreed by heaven, or in heaven? Interesting. Bro doesn't even know what Mora is. Whoa. A lifetime spent here, I think I could... What? I didn't know what she said. Pull Silver Wolf but reset every CC. Her whole gimmick is gone, yeah. Like, it... Will they just never design bosses with CC anymore? Or maybe the other way around? Maybe every boss will have insufferable CC going forward. So that anybody who didn't pull the global passive will feel terrible forever. But yeah, she can absolutely annihilate some boss mechanics. We might also just get uncleansable CC. Kinda like they had bosses that would buff themselves. Like the Mara Strag general guy who'd like heal when attacking you, but it was a buff that he had. So you could use a character who removes buffs from enemies to remove it, and he would have an easy fight. You could use Luocha or Luca. Or I think there is one more, there is Pela. Pela, Luocha and Luca can remove buffs from enemies. It kinda seemed like something every new character got back then. And then going forward, they never added enemies with cleansable buffs again. The big monkey gets like damage bonus stacks that you can remove, but pretty much outside of that, outside of the big smashing gorilla, I don't think they ever added a boss with relevant cleansable buffs that you can remove with like Luocha ult or Luca's skill. So maybe here as well, they will like never make relevant CC again. I don't know. These are the letters we wrote to each other, my sister and I. They must be really personal, let's not look through them, Jan. It's no big deal really, just family stuff. She was bored at the sanatorium and wrote them to pass the time. She wrote about how the air was fresh, how there were old people everywhere, how comfortable it was in the mountains, but also how dull it was. She said that she often went to the sanatorium graveyard to read the epitaphs. She wanted to learn the stories of those who never returned home, those who found their final rest upon the mountain instead. She wrote that the sanatorium itself was about to be demolished, that she had to emerge from the shadow of the past. And then one day she wrote to me and said she was going somewhere far away and that I shouldn't worry. Ah. No way, your sister was really upbeat and talkative when she came here. Then I came to the temple beneath the Windrest Peak and saw her gravestone, perched on a lonely mountain in a strange and distant land. No, Paimon made you talk about that sad stuff again, and she doesn't know how to comfort you either, sorry. You don't have to comfort me. The latter half of life is nothing but a series of farewells. It's like writing in the sand, here one moment, scattered by the next. Apologies, I really didn't know. I never could have guessed that something like this would happen. When she arrived, the selection process for elevation was already a mess. Everyone was in low spirits. Time, which was already at a standstill, lost all meaning then. It turned into true nothingness. Her arrival brought a spark of life we hadn't seen in a long time. She was truly a good person. That's right. I'm really sorry to say this, but I didn't ask for your name just now, because I came with the intention of saying goodbye. I didn't plan on meeting anyone new, because I didn't want to say even more goodbyes. We don't really mind, what matters is that we know each other now, right? Farewells are the seeds of reunions. Going on adventures with lively people, it's not so bad. I never imagined I would have a chance like this after growing up. That's exactly how your sister made us feel too. And now that we've found what Sightling lost, we just have to fix the restoration core, right? Sorry, what were we saying? There's the like generic voice, generic Paimon line when some dialogue gets interrupted. Wait, the hand, when I open a big chest, the hand like came up with a victory sign. Oh, that's so cool! What are these corridors? The doors become successively smaller? Like big door, and then smaller, and then smaller, and then smaller, and then tiny. Mr. Grey Cat! Envoy of Mioranopolis? Meow, it's already time for a tea party, meow. I wonder if they lost, meow. Oh, it's you, Mr. Golden Traveler. You must be the chosen hero, meow. Would you help me look for my friends? And who might your friends be? Oh, and of the two ladies who aren't here yet, one is a kitty that can talk just like me, but unlike me, she's an orange tabby, meow. My other friend is a very polite lady poodle. A canine, true, but a most gentle one nevertheless, meow. Even though one of them's a cat and the other a dog, whenever we sit down for tea together, we always have a wonderful time, meow. Please, for the peace of Miauranopolis, lend me a poem, meow. That's where we agreed to meet, but my friends still haven't arrived, meow. Our chosen hero, would you mind helping me look around for them? Meow. The hand is like, here. Ooh, Mora box. Meow, your swordsmanship leaves quite an impression. My thanks to you, esteemed knight from lands afar. Those arrogant brutes won't be troubling my people's homes ever again. Now then, what brings you to my court? Your Majesty, allow me to report the matter to you. Ahem. Someone sure came around fast. Guess you just mind the local ways when abroad. On behalf of Mr. Greycat, you extend an invitation for a tea party to the Lady Tabby. I understand, and you have my thanks, esteemed knight from lands afar. I shall heed your wise counsel and set forth at once. Oh, that's the poodle. Wait, where am I now, by the way? I'm kinda confused as to where I am. That's the big room where we fell.
戦利品か。
Flower
冒険の
bed.
褒美だと思って
Let's
取っと
go.
け。
How do I get to the poodle? See, the only thing I could do is like restore the gate. That's not helpful. There is a page I can flip there. This connects like that. Maybe this is a different? No, this is the same place where I fell before, right? It can be a different place. Or I guess it
物語
can.
は始まったばかりだよ。任せ。
やるじゃないか。
Whoa. I don't need to heal up. Wait, is it just like a new enemy spawned here, or is this a different place? I'm so confused.
しっかりついてこい。
It's a different place? Woof! What is it, Mr. Golden Traveler? Is there something I can help you with? On behalf of Mr. Greycat, you extend an invitation to his tea party, to Miss Lady Poodle. Oh, is it time already? Thank you, Woof! If I weren't so busy, I would have gone to invite Miss Tabby myself. If I'd done that, perhaps Mr. Greycat might have... Cat or dog, we are all capable of getting along in peace. Yes, we can. Anyway, I should head to the tea party now. Thank you for the reminder. What? This is where I was before. And here on the side is where the cat was. Man, this place is so confusing. Meow. Everyone is finally here, meow. Thanks to you, Mr. Golden Traveler, our happy tea party can finally begin, meow. Why the long face, Miss Tabby? Have something sweet and you will find your spirits lifting in no time. I thought there would be an achievement for this.
酒が入ってたら一杯分けてくれ。
Meow. Everyone is finally here, meow. Oh, this is like the same. I'm kinda curious why the long face actually, will they not tell me? By the way, like everything seems kind of tiny in this room with this like tiny door, but honestly, most of the furniture is fairly normal sized actually. Like the pots are pretty normal, or the clocks are even quite big. The shelves are normal, so like things here are supposed to be tiny, but they end up being regular, because most regular furniture items in Genshin are actually enormous. So where even was I just now? On this mission for the cat. Where did we go?
酒が入ってたら一杯分けてくれ。
This would be a nice place to pull for Asmodee in like 3 more years. This wall looks sus, doesn't it? I guess it's a normal wall. There isn't anything beneath us, right? Yeah. Vera's Melancholy Final Volume Version 2! I need to read Vera's Melancholy. I have like heard a synopsis of it. Whoa, the music. I'm getting assaulted by archers as I ascend the stairs. Oh, this book looks so lovely. Why is the music so ominous?
酒が入ってたら一杯分けてくれ。もっと激しく。
There's a thingy over there. Almost missed it. I guess you're supposed to like, yeah, use this flying thingy. You don't know why? Thought you would just share. Share what? Something good happened? The first basic startup is great, and cleared menacing for the first time, also great. With menacing, you can always co-op up to menacing to get all the rewards for free. It's only fearless that you have to do yourself for the rewards. But definitely does feel good to clear it yourself. Another thingy over there. Also, what is this book? Just casually numbers was what you need. Ooh, perfect jump. No! I was supposed to grab the thing! Where is the last restoration core? I believe it's hidden in this book. This book is called Tale of the Locknight Erini. Calcerius' translation of Erinius. It's more of a rewrite than a translation though. Isaria spoke very highly of it after his read. He said it captured the precise moment when realism collapsed into nominalism. Paimon has no idea what that means! I would love to read it. Okay, anyway, do you have any idea how we can retrieve the restoration core? As I said before, we can use the power of this library to manifest scenes. The restoration core should be hidden in the book. You need to enter the book and go on an adventure, Jan. It's time for you to experience what it's like to be a paper person, eh? But I'm a hero in 3 dimensions. If anything happens, Paimon and Dex will come save you. I need the greatest guy in Devat. You're unbelievable. Fine, Paimon will go with you. Uncle Huangi, this is super important, so don't mess up, okay? Actually, the restoration success might rest entirely with Miss Zeitlind. What? Melanda has reviewed and tampered with this text. It's filled with a great deal of unwarranted malice. And I'm too familiar with both Erini and the original Erinius. My heart lacks the power to alter the scenes in time. Put another way, my perception of the story is irrevocably locked on its tragedy. But it must be rewritten to have a happy ending. So what do? We need Zeitlind to neutralize every crisis that emerges in the text, then steer the plot toward a happy ending. Are you really going to put this safety in my hands? To put their safety in my hands? And you even want me to imagine good things happening out of the blue? I can't do it. I can't do anything right. We believe in you. We aren't just living, we are adventuring. Fortune favors the bold, you know? Heavens help those who help themselves. Alright, I will try. We have to prove that I get Linnea? Yes, we won the 50-50. When adventuring in the book, you can also call upon decks for help to change the story's direction. Drag matching anomalies within the story to fold the space between them. Click the fold point again to restore the space to its original form.
武器は普段からいたわってやることだ。でないといざという時にそっぽを向かれちまうぞ。
Okay, almost got stuck over there. So I guess let's go! Become a paper person. Enter the book just casually. Whoa. Press the expand point to create a new space. Drag the first fold point. Drag to the next fold point, then release. Move the character to the appropriate position. View current pages. What? Arhita received from the Fairy Deira a map of... Whoa. I can't read this quickly enough. We don't get any sun here. Think of something titled. Arhita boarded the ship, and so his adventure began. The king was further and afraid. Who could have known that the very realm itself... Whoa. No, yeah, I can't read them out loud quickly enough. Oh, Paimon is a lavender melon! Now I noticed! We are like a knight, and Paimon is a floating lavender melon. Was it to right all this time? We were all wondering what Paimon is. She's a lavender melon. Whoa. The noise golems in shadow. The magic figure for the strike, how much over Arhita. You can just break it right away. Yeah, these guys say you mustn't enter their line of sight, surely. But I can just follow them. Hello, Chev. How's the story so far? Pretty nice. Oh, the thing though! I didn't grab the thing! There's surely no match for the Remurian army. If only could take care of a whole bunch at once. So we need to fold them when they are like together. Like this. But now here, wait. Oh, like this. All of them are now eaten. Your friend was doing this and you made a bunch of fake spoilers. That's rude. Oh, and now we are back here, that's good. Oh wait, I can just grab this. We need to fold, unfold, and now grab. This wasn't the Sacred Grail, this was distraction. Wait, what? He was so confused. Oh, I didn't even realize that I must do something here. I guess I died. This is the black tide. This is the waterfall up ahead. Zeitlind! If only the dialogue wasn't disappearing so quickly, I couldn't read half of what was being said. Because like, yeah, it was even behind my camera, so even more scuffed for the viewers here if you haven't played the quest yourself. But yeah, I mean, the dialogue on the side was appearing and disappearing so quickly that I couldn't even read it. In time. It was a unique experience. How are you feeling? Being paper isn't terrible. Thanks, Zeitlind. No need to thank me. The stakes were much higher for you. Once you start that place, and once again. The visual effects here are amazing in this place. Amazing! Manada's control over this area will finally be broken. One more thing, Zeitlind. What's the matter? I misspoke a moment ago. I would like to correct myself. Living is a grand adventure, and life is a long journey. I've held on for this long. Where are the good things I was supposed to find? You met Jan, Paimon and me, and then you came here. It might be a complete mess at the moment, but to be chosen to come here and attain eternity is a 1 in a million chance. You said you wanted to stay here a while ago, right? What do you think? Would you like to stay? This is a good place. Everyone lives in harmony. You are all wise and pure of heart. But we can talk about that later. Let's head back first. I wonder how Okikuni and Calcerius are doing. You did it! You guys are amazing! In terms of strength, you are, at the very least, an entry-level Legion commander. You say that, but even amongst entry-level Legion commanders, you've got Golem Constructs Arbiters, Aspirant Arbiters, and Arbiter Golem Hybrids. You can't put them on the same tier. You keep your mouth shut. The last Restoration Core has been hidden in your stupid novel this whole time. All I can think about right now is landing a fist right in your face. I'm horrified. Your hand is the only thing that will hurt. That's exactly why I haven't used my Guhua arts to hit you yet. Wait, so Guhua arts are older than Mora? Because the guy has never heard of Mora before, but he knows Guhua arts. Interesting.
好きなものがあれば持ってっていいぞ。
Did we get the key thingy? Nicole funds. I have actually already kinda pre-swiped. Oh, a page link up there. Hold on, someone's trapped on it. Phew. Whoa. So I have already kind of pre-swiped with the like bonuses. That we had dispatch. I'm not gonna use any of that here. I didn't actually need like any of the swiping to just get Yahoho herself. But yeah, the funds will not go anywhere. You stop at the top of the bookshelf on one side. It's safe here. What is it, my golden friend? I'm just wondering if you're stuck up here. Thank you, but no, I'm not stuck. I'm safe when I'm high up. Here I won't get killed. Here it's high up and you can see far and wide. It's a good place to hide. In our Kalpul, being on the ground is considered dangerous. Even if the great rulers above us don't decide to wipe us out on a whim, the other Kalpuli will still come to plunder us. Perching on the cliffs and in the trees, like the Quetzals, allow us to flee calamity before it strikes. Besides, Vindia says that she wishes to see me fly. She wants to sing of riding a giant bird in a story of adventure. Are you sure she isn't pushing you on? No, Vindia is a very good person, maybe even as good as the Lord of the Crossroads. They are both such kind people. Those are the... this is a girl from ancient Natlan when the sovereign lords ruled. In a fast time. But it's amazing just how you two flew, all the way up there. This is for you, consider it proof of our friendship. Now I must think about how we can fly even higher to stay out of danger's reach. Neither the great rulers nor the conquerors who revel in flying are here. It is true, but I'm already used to having a means of escape wherever I am. Conquerors who revel in flying? I'm braiding ropes. When I walked on the ground, ropes were our songs. The children whose birth I did not witness told me that the great houses of the north taught them how to weave woven scrolls. So I can walk forever, like that brutal man who abducted me? I must sing, I must carve these stories down. Vinja says this is a good thing. Don't abducted you? Oh, Quo Hetzli, that savage man who claimed to be the successor of Chak. He slaughtered everyone in my great house, yet he let me live to serve as his concubine. He believed that as long as he mastered the phlogiston, he could end the era of the great ruler above our heads. But in the eyes of the great rulers, he was nothing more than an infant wielding a rusted knife. The great lord, Ixrocratico Balakalahun, did not even deign to appear in person. She merely granted me the power of vengeance so that I might repay blood with blood. And so I did, pinning that man beneath the water. It took far less effort than I had initially thought. High places, here's high up, and you can see far and wide. It's a good place to hide. Also, this is the same thing she said before. Pretty much. Oh, there are puzzles down here. I want to talk with these guys as well. Speaking of which, what kind of stuff do you two write about? Just wondering, Paimon got curious all of a sudden. I haven't finished my novel yet. It covers the era of the Archon War, when the Adeptal arts were scattered across the mortal realm, leading to the development and evolution of the three distinct traditions. Conflict erupted between the Fanghu sect of the mountains and the Yuanjiao sect of the seas. Ultimately, the three Adepti of Juyunkarst, the masters of its three summits, decided to mediate this divide of earth and tide. Wait, this actually happened in real life? Probably not. Then again, the stories that never happened are the ones worth writing. As for Okikuni, he took the entire cast of US Yakshas, the Guardian Adepti, and gender flipped everyone, then retitled it Chronicles of the Alluring Yakshas Ravishing Enough to Topple a Kingdom. Okikuni is a man of culture. How can anyone stand this? That's not the title, it's a synopsis. Oh come on, it's just a little something I wrote after reading a light novel. Does swapping the genders really take away from how epic and tragic the story is? To be fair, after changing the lineup to 2 boys and 3 girls, the intimate bond between the girls makes the sheer scale of the tragic ending feel even more devastating. Leo wasn't a thing in my day, of course, but as a Leo local, I will give it an 8 out of 10. Now please, never write again. The book is really weird, but it's a fantastic read. It even piqued my interest in the original Yakshas. What is down here? Oh, is this where I came from originally? Probably, maybe. Oh yeah, this is where the Hyuchas were shooting at me. This place is so confusing, man. I already very easily get lost, even in regular spaces. And here, I mean, I guess I'm like on more even footing with everybody else, because I feel like everybody gets lost in places like these. I'm not like an outlier anymore. What is this? I'm supposed to move it over here, but how? We'll figure it out. Let me first talk with the NPC over here. Kokshen. Looks like the books are in the way over here. Are you looking for a book? Not really. We are just wondering a teensy-weensy bit about what's inside there. It seems we could get in there from the side. You can't go in there. I move the books, and I move the books. If that is not so, then it is yet to be complete. And what do you mean by move the books? If the books aren't here, then they must have been moved. All I do is cast my eye on them. Then let me give it a try with Dex. Go straight to it. I move the books, and I move the books. Mora! Dreams, illusions, bubbles and shadows, why labor to grasp them? Even if you study the principles for 1,000 years, if you keep your mind completely still and unborn, you simply won't understand. You're talking riddles, I'm leaving. So are you looking for a book? Have you ever been here before? What? Then you understand. Understand what? When you need to sleep, sleep. When you need to understand, understand. You should head back now. When the world ends, just go with it. Sure. Huh? Oh boy. No, there is more of them. Wait, Genshin is now inside. Is there more of them? Whereas Melancholy Final Volume version 1. Oh my god, there are multiple endings? So many nice chairs in this place, by the way. If you like sitting somewhere to pull or whatever. Oh, there is the eating guy. But doesn't seem like I can activate him just yet. Which is kinda weird. Wait, investigate. Oh. Wait, I kinda want to talk to Genshin first, or maybe not. Maybe if I go... Oh, yeah, I took the guy with me. But only one of the two that I need. Whoa! No! Where am I? Oh my god. Parmenides. Parmigiano. Your footsteps carry a sticky sound. You just come from the outside, haven't you? Outside, you mean outside the Temple of Space? Or rather, the illusory world of the senses. Everything there is far too unstable. The sky changes color, nations rise and fall, even memories fade away. That's why I'm so grateful to be here, a paradise in eternal stillness. Unfortunately, thanks to those fellows who love creating new things, even this place has become unsafe lately. That's why I'm forced to hide in this corner of the Mahavaipulia chamber. Don't you want to go out and have a look? I assume it's Mengjo who sent you here to persuade me. That nihilist is the very incarnation of this illusory world. I suggest you speak with him as little as possible. Where am I now? I kinda want to go back up. Like, there are NPCs to talk with and stuff here. But I kinda want to, like, yeah, first reset. Go here. Talk to Genshin again. I was like, him all the same. No new dialogue even, he just appeared here. We were just watching a lore video about this quest. I know that one of my favorite lore YouTubers, Ashikai, teased that she would make a video about this quest. Or like, more about the entire space, not so much the quest as in the location. But yeah, I need to finish it first before I can even anticipate its release. I kinda want to go up over there first, probably. Let's like go from up to down. Oh, but that's a girl I already talked to, actually. Okay, so I have been here. And this sends me where, exactly? Kinda nowhere. So what's up with this guy? We need to bring something here probably. Unless just like flying here would do something? No. So it's probably time to go down now. You have more NPCs to talk to. A manifestation of contingency. I see it emerging from the falling of Dasein. What did you say about contingency? Good, you are sharp to have caught that word. Contingency implies an unpredictable future and potential, and to possess potential is to possess hope. This is what the Saints told us back then, but unfortunately, shortly after I arrived here, the possibilities he held vanished into thin air. I didn't quite catch that, but it feels somewhat sad. It is indeed a tragedy, but such is history. Like language, history is fluid, just as words have no fixed reference. So the words themselves don't matter. What matters is that we have reached an understanding. One could certainly call this a successful conversation. Indeed. And what are you doing? Just you heard I'm chanting the words I can still remember over and over, until they are granted meaning once again through the practice of language. Or until I feel satisfied. At least for now, I feel quite alright. I guess a land of eternal stillness isn't exactly like a place where people would be all too normal. Are you new here? Don't be nervous. The fact you can understand me means nothing went wrong during the uplifting process. Who are you? I am Diotima of Meropis, one of the very first inhabitants here. When I arrived, there were no collections of books, only desolate wilderness. Back then, I was a boatman, responsible for sending wandering souls onto the silver shining ships, bound for the moon capital above the clouds. Wandering souls? Come to think of it, it's not much different from what I do now. The moon capital, what is that? I suppose people nowadays wouldn't know. In my time, 3 bright moons still hung in the sky, and upon each resided many lunar envoys. Back then, noble souls did not head for the depths of the ancient tree. Instead, they followed the trail of the envoys to sleep eternally in the cities upon the moons. I never actually visited the moons myself, but it must be a place as peaceful as it is here. And what do you do now? I wouldn't call it a job, it's more like work I found to feed myself. As an old-timer who's lived here for so long, I provide guidance to the newcomers who have just arrived. But once you've settled into life here, you are unlikely to run into any real trouble. After all, whether you are wealthy or poor, it makes no difference here. So maybe in the early days there weren't like the... Irminsul didn't even exist. Oh, Mora box. That's what I use the elemental sight for. Okay, let's take it back where I started. What do we have here? Holy skill issue. Good thing these Anemo slimes are not immune to Anemo damage, because then if I fully charge an arrow... Oh. I couldn't hit them anymore. So this is where I came from, right? Before the space unfolded itself? I think so. But yeah, the whole middle section was not here before. Which is so crazy, man. And I can fall even lower now. Oh, that's the Vindhya. Also from ancient Natlan. Probably? Or maybe not. Or maybe they just met here, so because she doesn't look from Natlan, she just talked with the Natlan girl. Watch your step, dear. This place is teeming with books. It would be quite a headache if you accidentally tumbled into one of the stranger books. Who are you? My name is Vindogeneta de Uxellobrogi. Hard to pronounce, isn't it? It's so long that even I can be bothered to say it. You can just go by what the Remorians do and call me Vindhya. Mr. Castiglione mentioned that the descendants of the High Sea would call me the Madame Snow-Winged Goose, but there is no need for you to use that. It makes me sound like some strange old crone. I was once the Queen of Uxellobrogi. As for now, I'm just an ordinary fairy tale writer. Queen? Honestly, there wasn't much of a difference. When I was queen, my only job was to smile and nod. Having nothing better to do, I spent my time penning fairy tales in secret. Whether it was surrendering to the Remurians or to the High King of Aremorica. Arrogant. I don't know who that is. But Aremorica is Remuria. Those were decisions made by the Regency Elders. So, you see, even when that deity brought me to this place, no one actually cared. Besides, this way I won't be forced to go to Aremorica to pay my respects, put on a fake smile, and listen to those barbarians who don't even bathe. Sorry, I meant my venerable compatriots. Anyway, I'm spared from listening to them and that woman bickering endlessly over how many people they should kill. Honestly, she deserves to stay single for the rest of her life. A wonderful ending, wouldn't you say? What's that book over there? As you can see, it's just a storybook that's been knocked over. A never-ending tea party, a clock that runs backwards, talking penguins, and the Prince of Flowers. In short, nothing but a useless fairy tale. After all, fairy tales are written for children who refuse to go to sleep. And the children here, my dear friend, have been awake for far too long. Oh, so the cats. Are from a book she wrote.
しっかりついてよ。
Oh boy, there's more stuff here.
しっ
But
かりついてこい
I've
よ。
already seen this. Oh yeah, so I've already been here. It's only the middle section that's new. And some NPCs appeared as well. Oh, I've already talked with this guy. Mengzhou? When the great wave falls, fine prose flourishes. When wisdom emerges, bookworms multiply. I don't think it's appropriate to sing here. Why? Because there's a place for reading? That's exactly why I sing. No matter how outlandish the nonsense, as soon as it's ink on paper, people take it as a fact. This place is teeming with ridiculous books like that. In Langan, no one would ever write such things. No matter what happens, people simply weave it into a ballad. When the poetry collectors sent by our emperor hear these songs, they would transcribe and perform them for the high officials at court. The raw emotion held within these songs is far more interesting than these hollow writings. And why are you here? Who knows, perhaps some arrogant fool thought that preserving civilization and history was some incredible achievement. And so even I was stuffed in here, filed away as nothing more than a piece of history myself. I will fly all over the place. Oh, this should activate the worm. Possibly.
酒が入ってたら一杯分けてくれ。
Does this not move? So it still doesn't activate this worm guy. What's up with this question mark? Have I been here? Is this like where we started or what? Where am I now? Yeah, it... Oh, so I just went back up. Okay, so there is still that one question mark thingy that I haven't done here. But I'm not sure exactly what I'm supposed to do with, but yeah. No point in staying too long. We'll get... Actually, wait, I already have a compass. Actually. So... if I use it here... shoot, what am I supposed to do with this? I still need another geocube. Can I like re-enter the book, maybe, or something? No. The compass is not being helpful. I must have missed some part of this.
ついてこれるか?
Oh no, this is the corridor that I had to like traverse before. But now that the entire space is unfolded, I'm more free to just go wherever I want. does feel kinda bad to leave. What is this about?
しっかりついてこいよ。
Oh, here we go. Oh yeah. Now I remember that I did see these like thingies on the floor, but then I just moved on because I wanted to talk to the NPCs first. Here we go, that's what I needed. Why was the compass one helpful, by the way? Oops. Like, it's still not helping at all. Screw you, compass, then. What now? Thank you. Here we go. Now I can leave this place. At least thinking that I got everything in here.
どっかで昼寝でもするか。戦利品か。冒険の褒美だと思って取っとけ。
Where's the compass? You get the compass from here. And the gadget. Compass like any other, actually. This is the first time we just get a compass like this for a sub area. But yeah. Normally we only had compasses for each nation. Mondstadt, Liyue, Inazuma, Sumeru, Fontaine, Natlan, and then Not Cry. But here we also get the segment domain treasure compass. Okay, now it's time to finally leave. I could probably TP out like a normal person. But this is cooler. Also, before I continue, I'll go for a quick bathroom break. Don't go anywhere, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Istari, you are here too. That's right. Casserius said that you stepped in at the Mahavai Pulya chamber. I expect everything will fall into place from here on out. That's too honesty from you, Buster. Paimon's blushing already. Sidelind, have you found what you've lost this time? I have. Speaking of which, I'm here for my own reasons too. That's true. Since you came up here, you've done nothing but run around on my account. I don't understand what the Watcher of Nothingness was saying, but I can tell that there is something in this place that matters to you. It has been a massive help. To hold up my end of the bargain, do tell me, what is it that you need? You tell Istari and Sidelind about your experiences and what Nihilita has said. You ask if there are traces of your sister here. The story you speak of, it's simply incredible. If this were back in my academy days, I would have mulled over it for at least half a day before giving you an answer, just to prove I was taking you seriously. You said that I've been here longer than anyone else, and I have witnessed all that has transpired, unfortunately. The highest point of the temple, the Atrium of Suchness. Suchness? Is where gods and watchers dwell. It's said that 7 hidden truths are kept within its walls. But hardly anyone is brave enough to set foot up there. Are you saying it's so high that even the most fearless would get scared? Only those who choose to abandon all their memories are permitted to enter that hall. To seek an audience with the Master of the Temple is to seek answers and closure. It follows then that all memories that one gathers here shall be wiped away. One must construct the path to the heavens with their own memories and wisdom. Only then can they encounter the sacred beyond. But memories aren't even solid. How are you supposed to build a path to the heavens with them? Such is the nature of this place. The divine power of the gods can weave emptiness and reality into one another. Here, mere vacuum is not perceived as nothingness. In the eyes of that being, it is a state that can be filled in the space of a single thought. Only a nothingness, where even meaning does not exist. Only that is a place beyond the reach of the gods. And I suspect that the path to the heavens should be similar to the half-real, half-illusory scenes that you saw in the library. I'm just a coward at heart, after all. I never dared to make the climb. I simply don't have the courage to cast aside my responsibilities. I am one who lived to witness what came before, and who continues to learn of what follows from those who come after. I am but a vessel for my precious memories. Even if there is no hope of their ever returning to the surface, every lost civilization will live on in my memory. Are gods really that horrid? To design such a cruel choice for someone to make? Some gods are good, others are bad. Take the one who kidnapped Tian's sister, for instance. Totally bad. Perhaps it's the opposite. The god who designed the path to the heavens was not the mistress of the temple. You see, if you intend to leave this place, you simply cannot take its history, secrets or knowledge with you. The way I see it, the description of using your memories to construct the path to the heavens is too emotionally charged. Your memories are supposed to be wiped the moment you return to the mortal realm, but before that happens, people here have the right to look back upon all they have ever been, all they have ever owned, and the path that results from both. Hold on, let's see if I got all that. It's like we've made a rule that says you can read a book, but you have to chuck it into a fire the second you are done. But just as it all burns to a crisp, you find out the book has an epilogue and an afterword, where you get to look back at all the best parts. And then in the end, nothing's left of the story. Only the feelings and impressions stay with you. Spot on. A perfect read. You've got a real knack for analogies. Reminds me of one of my students, in fact. He went to Delphi Pytho. I have no idea what it's called now, or if he survived the war. His name was Abrax. I've heard this name. And though I've asked many people, no one has ever found his name in historical records. I went off on the tangent. Anyway, wait, Abrax? I'm pretty sure I have heard of Abrax. Oh yeah, Abrax is Aberaku! Aberaku no Mikoto! The Helios Forger! He was the creator of the Dainichi Mikoshi! And nothing exists in records because Enkanomiya sank, like, into the somewhere. So it never reached like this place. I knew I've heard the name Abrax before. And Abrax was Historia's student. Yeah, you've said all that, but how do we get up there? Jan's memories are all too important to forget. And as for Paimon, well, she hasn't clashed so hard with Fianna's to need a total reset. You don't have to worry. Once we've rescued everyone, I will help you with this. Actually, I figured out how the path to the heaven works. The seat of the gods has been left empty, so the rules have begun to falter. As such, a section of the corridor to nothingness previous path to the heavens was preserved. Melanta's fury destroyed half of it, but the remaining half, the stairway to heaven, is still vaguely visible. This means that the stairway can be used by others. We just have to make it whole again. Wait, do you mean... Don't get the wrong idea. As I've said before, I am a coward burdened with too much memory, yet too scared to even die. Historia. Yeah, I just looked him up and yeah. Abraku was the creator of the Dainichi Mikoshi in Enkanomiya. So, I mean, this is a pretty natural spot to take a break with the quest. This is already much longer than the previous quest we had in like the main quest of the previous area expansion, the one with Iluga. And that one was giga short, but there was a longer quest in the underground bunker. That was like the real world quest of the previous patch. Or 2 patches ago actually. I just did it a patch ago. Because I was slacking. Yeah, and Genshin is actually what I wanted to open right now. Someone from way before 3.4. Maybe a Chongus. It is a 1.0 Liyue character. Doesn't scale with either attack or HP. Could be a catching. Not a sword either. Could be Ningguang. I think Ningguang ascends with geo damage. No, Ningguang ascends with attack, not with geo damage bonus, right? Or maybe she does have geo damage bonus. Who else could it be if not Ningguang? Can be Xiangling, can be Chichi. Who else do we have from Liyue in 1.0? Can be Xingqiu. It's from Ningguang. Okay, she is geo damage. Oh boy. Samazamana Tekita Tekita. What is this? They fought with various opponents. Somewhere. But that somewhere... Ketto. Oh, so I have dueled with many different opponents. Hononomono wa... Maketa Koto? Naina. Have I ever lost? Nope. So probably Chlorine. Easy. Yeah, a turret? Nope. It's a running person. Xiao? No, it's not Xiao. What is this? Are these roller skates? Is this... Why does the name escape me? The Geocat lady from Natlan. Her name is Shironen. Here we go. Oh my god. Took me a while. There are a lot of characters in Genshin. You know, remembering every single one of them, quite a lot of effort. I don't even know this many people IRL. But yeah, I got there. Fortune cookie. Fortune cookie. Huh? Who is fortune cookie? Is it like somebody who can... Is it like Mona? No. Book? Book fortune cookie? Shincho? Torigate. Shinobu? Yae? Goro? Kokomi? Raiden? Fortune cookie. Does anybody open a fortune cookie in their idol? I mean, when I see the books, maybe it's like Kokomi? Maybe it's Yae. Maybe it's Kokomi. No, it should be Yae then. Okay, I do not understand what the fortune cookie is all about. Hello, Spilex. Yeah, we'll get Shuei in a sec. Yeah, not Shuei. Wasted day. Oh wait, this is actually... Yeah, I'm supposed to do normal mode now. Thought there is one more guess left in Genshin, but no. Below 1.6. Because you can pull out the fortune sticks at the shrine? I guess, but it's not... Yeah, like, I guess it's her shrine. Sure. Okay, it's above 1.0 and it's neither Yarilo nor Shanjo. Could be a Stellaron Hunter. Could be Kafka or Blade. Can be Blade actually, and can be Silverwolf, so it could be Kafka. Easy. Erio. So we already know it's a Stellaron Hunter. Erio wa jibun no mirai ga miete. Atashi mo jibun no mirai ga mieru. So Elio saw his future. And he also saw my future. And the person calls themselves Atashi. It's either Firefly or Silverwolf. It's probably Silverwolf. Kare ga iu no wa unme wa hitotsu shika nai n datte. So he said that there is only one fate. Demo. What is this? Like certainty? Yeah, determined fixed average, but how do you read the verb? Oh, sadameru. Sadamerareta something. Ga kuru mae ni jibun ni nani ga dekiru ka shiritai no. Watashi ni wa ga arun da yo. And what is this? Kenri. It's probably fire. It's probably Firefly. Nice. Yeah, because she calls herself Atashi here, and that's like more her vibe. Also, deciding the future. Silverwolf doesn't care that much about this. Firefly cares more. Okay, we got there. Lots of swords. Yanjing, right? Okay, second one shot, and a sword again. Surely it's Yanjing again. Nope. Sushang? Okay. Fiery Burb. And finally Piper. Oh. Anomaly. I should actually... I often like going Miyabi second, but I think going Kianagi second is better here, no? Because then she will also tell me if it's Grace. Okay, it's neither Grace nor Miyabi. Could be Arya. Cannot be Bernice. Can be... Oh, can be Vivian actually, because Vivian uses a different boss. Vivian uses Bringer Mats. So maybe Miyabi is a better guess. Because Miyabi and Vivian share the same boss. But guessing Vivian... Because both Vivian and Arya are Ether, so it's like fine. Yeah, okay. Nice Vivian. Yeah, I still had this, a lot of guesses. You can't cover everything, right? Like if I go Miyabi, I cover Vivian. But if I go Yanagi, I cover Grace. And then Arya, If I would go like Vivian immediately, I would know if it's Miyabi or Arya. Maybe Vivian second would be good then. If I only get Anomaly and nothing else. But if I already get some info on the very first step, I feel like the rest of the game is usually pretty easy. It's when I don't get anything until the third guess. Or fourth. That's when it's rough. Okay, so next time we'll probably go to the Pavilion. The Pavilion Chronicle. And now... Oh, I gotta do my Miliastra weeklies. Oh, I could have been doing them as I was doing Genshin. I forgot, unfortunately. Dodoko Space Defense. We could have played Whose Foot again as well. As an alternative to just entering and exiting here. So I'll first do this, and then we'll check how many more times I need to enter here. But I got an exclamation mark, which probably means I just hit 5. Or no, must have hit 10. This must have been 10. Let's do 5 more and we'll see. Including this. So this was 1. This will be 2. Yeah, because I definitely could have done 10 this week already. Or we have already done 15? Nah, that would be too many. Three. Hello, David. I think this is the final one, the 5th one. Such entertaining content. Azerbaijan tells you cleared Dire Gecko with Skerk. Oh my god. Wait, how do you break the... Oh, do you use Chongyun to break the crystal thingy at the start? The Chongyun Dire. Nice, we got 15. Wait, but I already had 10 before, so the... So I must have already done 15 previously, and this was all for naught? That's possible, actually. That I didn't need to enter this at all. You get both outfits anyways, doesn't matter what I choose here. Level 100, Chongyun the MVP. Very lovely. Okay, we got all our rewards here. Can I do a temple? Oh, I can actually, let's go. New glasses? Yes. It's been like 2 or 3 weeks. But yes, indeed. You guys, a bit smaller than the previous ones, a bit more round, and they have like a full frame. The previous ones only had like the frame on top, and before it was just like a glass only. I like them. I feel like the previous ones were too big. I was kind of unhappy since starting from day one with my previous glasses. Oh no! Wait, what is this? Why is there still an exclamation mark? Oh, because I pulled. Okay, now we can return to Devat. Okay, so far I've only done the Hera on Dyer. Haven't tried the other ones yet. I can't even see the records here until I do all three. But yeah, here is the Blizzard Farmer. With the Chongyun clear, pretty impressive. Yeah, I used the... Oh no, I actually played Aino. I played this team bot with Aino, also got 100 seconds. Because I will save my Columbina for Battlefield 1. And then here I'm planning on playing Kinich. So next stream, which is either tomorrow or on Tuesday, next Genshin stream, which is either tomorrow or on Tuesday, I will do Papilla with Kinich, and then after that we'll do the Moongekko, the one I'm dreading the most. Not only is it the most shield boss, but it's also just like the toughest one, even when you have the shield team, from what I have seen. Although I haven't tried myself. Maybe we'll just smash him easily with Zibai, Columbina, and Linnea. Surely. I mean, Hera and Papilla are some of the best bosses. I would say they're like probably the two best bosses we've had in Stygian, like ever. They are, especially Hera. Hera is like the best boss. Maybe Papilla is a bit worse, but Hera is like the best boss. Not like it allows for a lot of strategies, even with like niche characters. You have to kind of like work for the... If you play around its gimmick properly, you can even get rewarded for it. So like before I cleared with Mavuga, that was super fun. The Scarrick boss? Nah, the Scarrick boss is the second worst shield after the Gecko. The Scarrick boss is only cleared by Scarrick or Escoffier. Like on Fearless you need Scarrick or Escoffier, and on Dire you need both. That's not a good boss design. That's as bad as Gecko. I mean, at least it's simple, because it doesn't do anything if you have Scarrick. It just sits there, and you just click him. But yeah, I haven't fought the Gecko myself, but from what I have watched, the Gecko might be the worst boss. Because there's just like too many shield mechanics. And yeah, Papilla, I like Papilla as well. Some people look at Papilla and they're like, oh no, I need like Natlan shield. But even Natlan 4 stars help you a lot. Like you cleared with Arlecchino, main DPS. And yeah, just getting an Auroron or a Pyro MC helps a ton. So I feel like Papilla is also a pretty good boss. A lot of options. Yeah, needing healing, needing Geo, or blunt damage, but you kinda really prefer Geo. And then... and just having so much HP. Kinda insane.
武器は
Yeah, it has a lot of HP. How much exactly? We are getting a guy with 28 million next patch. But apparently he takes a lot of self damage, so like an HP number on a boss doesn't really mean much compared to other bosses. But yeah, this guy does have 20 million. Without really any way to like take a lot of damage. Because some bosses, like this guy, apparently take a bunch of self damage if you break their mechanics. But the Gecko doesn't take any additional damage. He actually takes less damage. Like when you beat up the crystal, only 70% of the damage gets recorded if it's Geo, and only 10% for non-Geo. This is Pyros and Electro Swirl shield, so this is like a delayed Varka shield. But any team with an Anemos, any Pyro Electro team with an Anemos Swirler might do well. Good old Tulpa. I kinda hate the mini Tulpas that kinda need to be dealt with using either Dendro or Cryo, which is so dumb. If not for the like freeze weakness of the mini Tulpas, I would love this boss. But it's so scuffed that you kinda need a Cryo character, even though Cryo is useless against the boss otherwise. But I am looking forward to trying out overload fleens here. The mini toolpass might be a problem, the mini toolpass might kill the strategy, but if they don't, then overload fleens would go absolutely crazy. Because when you are unlocked, you can play good teammates with fleens. I mean, it's better now, because you have Columbina. But yeah, you can play Chevrus, you can play Bennett. Crazy. And then this guy open-eyed Overbring Contempt. You kinda need dual DPS comps. Because he like records damage type, blah blah blah. Yeah, from what I have heard, you kinda need 2 DPSs. Kinda like... man, it's been a while. Kinda like the Eon Blight Drake. But yeah, the 28 million HP number might look scary, but apparently he deals a bunch of self-damage. You can like... you can make it so that the boss melts himself or whatever. If both stars are not destroyed... no, this is like if you fail. Oh, this. When an active elemental star is destroyed, it deals a large amount of damage to the enemy based on the recorded element. Right? So you get a huge elemental hit. That probably deals like percent HP anyways. And if you can get this to melt, if you can make it so that the hit is a pyro hit, but you apply a cryo aura, you get like a melted giga hit on him. And he like takes a quarter of his HP off. Or something. But yeah, one thing that's awkward is that I would kinda want to play Durin in every comp, it kinda seems like. Cause here, Varka, ideal teammate, Durin. Here, Hydro Tulpa, Overload themes, Durin. Open-Eye Dual DPS, Durin Lochen? I kinda want Durin all 3 teams, so we need to like portion it out somehow. But yeah, maybe Fleens... Fleens in Afashe Vrus Bennett? Or maybe even like Fishlor, whatever. Will work well against the Hydro Tulpa. Or maybe we play Columbina anyways, even if he's Hydro immune. Or maybe we put in some Dendro. Or Cryo. Yeah, I could just put Nahida in the team. Yeah, why not? Or Lauma. Oh my god, yeah, we can go Lauma for the Dendro. Although Nahida might be better so that you can like target the Tulpas easier. But yeah, Fleens, Inefa, Lauma, Chevrus. Oh no, but Chevrus then doesn't work. I cannot go Chevrus if I go Lauma. But maybe it's worth it? Maybe not. Should. We'll need to think. We'll need to try things out. But the raw DPS of like the Fleens team should be so high that we shouldn't even have to worry about the mini Tulpas. Maybe we can just let him absorb the Tulpas and we kill him anyways. Or maybe we have the damage to kill the Tulpas, we'll see. And yeah, like these two? Varka will not do well without my C2 Durin. What am I gonna play here? We could play Fleens here. Because it's Electro Swirl. And then he would have to go with Mavuika. But last time I fought him, I failed with Mavuika. Because I didn't do the proper combos. But I guess I can just relearn the combos again. But I kinda don't want to play Mavuika unless I have to. And here would go Lochen Durin then. We'll see which boss is the toughest. As well. But yeah, my 2 strong teams are anything with Durin and Fleens. And then the final team is kinda gonna be pretty weak. Or like weaker. Most of the time. Kinda crazy that Zibai is pretty bad against all the bosses. Because this boss needs like dual DPS and non-geo dual DPS. You kinda need to Pyro Cryo or Pyro Hydro ideally. This guy needs swirls. Pyro or Electro swirls as well, so you cannot fit this in a... you cannot just swirl Columbina in a Zibai team. And I guess you could maybe brute force the Tulpa. Because the damage is gonna be insane. But even then, kinda scuffed. Mini Tulpas will take a lot of damage to kill. With only Geo. Memory core offerings available. We'll grab them next time. Oh my god, so many discs. Apparently, I think it's like... Wait, the tune contained within the Radiant Spirit is a mysterious melody from Mondstadt. Oh, and this one doesn't have a line at the end. I'm not sure if this is already gonna be a thing. Like, is it already a thing, or will this be a thing next patch? But they either have or will add an option to like see all the... Even the songs you haven't unlocked in the teapot, you could see them on the list and you could like click on them to show you where the discs are. Before I had to manually go through the wiki to see each disc location for a disc that I have missed, so that's a pretty nice change. Okay, so thank you very much for watching, but this will be the end of the stream for today. I do have a stream every single day at 8 PM CEST, which is 3 hours before now. You can join the Discord server to get stream notifications and the like. Any English Genshin streams? Wait, can I not find anybody to raid? British. No, that's a Tomodachi live stream. Maybe this. So yeah. I might be playing Star Rail tomorrow. I need to make sure when the new patch comes out. Yeah, I will. If you want to know which game I will be playing what day, because I rotate between Genshin, Star Rail, and Zenless, make sure to join the Discord server, and I will let you all know there. But it's gonna be either Genshin or Star Rail tomorrow, probably Star Rail, and then the one that's not tomorrow will be on Tuesday. So, I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye bye.